Good morning children. In previous class we discussed about rarer medium, denser medium and refraction of light. Correct? Now in today's class we will learn some more definitions which is related to refraction of light. Already you know that a ray of light changes its direction when it enters from one medium to another medium. This happens because speed of light is different in different media. Media is medium plural students. Example, speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, whereas it is 2.25 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second in water. Correct children? So refractive index is nothing but we are comparing speed of two different speed of light in two different media. Let's see. Refractive index is the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in that medium. Speed of light in vacuum by speed of light in medium. Like air and water is two mediums. We are comparing those two those two speeds, that is nothing but refractive index. That means refractive index is nothing but density of the light, which is denser, which is lighter, like that. Refractive index gives us the idea of how fast or how slow light travels in a medium. Are you getting my point children? And the speed of light in a medium is low when refractive index of medium is high. That means it is a denser medium. If refractive index is more, that means light is traveling very slowly in that medium. When it is slow, that means it is a denser medium. Clear children? Now let's see one table in which I am showing you refractive indices. Indices is nothing but index plural of some material. See the material and that material refractive index. First air refractive index is 1.0003. Ice is 1.31, water is 1.33, kerosene is 1.44. That means kerosene is more denser than water. Water is more denser than ice. Ice is more denser than air. Are you getting my point children? Now next is fuse quarters. Fuse quarter is what children? It is it is also like a glass only, which is used in industries to manufacturing something we use in industries. That refractive index is 1.46. Turpentine oil is nothing but it is used as medicine. We used in medicine. It is also one type of oil. That refractive index is 1.47. Crown glass. Crown glass is nothing but it is also one type of glass which is used in windows glasses, and nowadays it is using in optical glasses. Are you getting my point children? Its refractive index is 1.52. Benzene. Benzene is nothing but a chemical compound. Its refractive index is 1.50. Canada balsam. Canada balsam also it's one type of liquid, yellowish liquid children. That refractive index is 1.53. Rock salt. You know rock salt. That refractive index is 1.54. Carbon disulfide, it's a chemical, 1.63. Dense flint glass, it is also one type of glass children. Its refractive index is 1.65. Ruby, you know, 1.71. Sapphire is 1.77. Diamond refractive index is 2.42. In all material, diamond is having the more refractive index. Are you getting my point children? That means diamond is a much denser material, you can see. Now let's see the factors which on which the refractive index of a medium depend. That means on what factor does the refractive index of a medium depend. First is nature of the material. What type of material we are using, it's depend on that also. And wavelength of a light, it's depend on wavelength of a light which is passing through the medium. Am I clear children? Now we know, is there any relation between the angle of incident and angle of refraction children? Yes, there is a relation in between angle of incident and angle of refraction. That is nothing but Snell's law. Let's see what is Snell's law. The relation between angle of incidence and angle of refraction can be given by n1 into sine I equal to n2 into sine r. This is called Snell's law, where n1 and n2 are the refractive index, sine I is incident angle and sine r is refracted angle. Am I clear children? Already you know, suppose this is a surface, light is passing through the rarer to denser medium. This is normal imaginary line perpendicular to the surface. When light is coming from the source, that is nothing but incidence ray, and it is moving from one surface to another surface, that is nothing but refracted rays. Clear? In normal and incident making one angle, incident angle. Normal and refracted making one angle, that is refracted angle. Am I clear children till here? Now when we are talking about all such things, let's see how the light is traveled from rarer to denser and denser to rarer. first point, when light travels from rarer to denser medium, correct, rarer to denser medium it is traveling, then refracted rays move towards the normal. This is surface, this is normal imaginary line, this is incident angle touching the surface and passing from the surface coming to another medium. This is refracted rays. When the rays travel from rarer to denser, these refracted rays come towards the normal. Are you getting my point, children? This is nothing but refraction we see. Next case is when light rays travel from denser to rarer medium. See, one surface we are taking, imaginary perpendicular line is there, that is nothing but normal. Incidence ray is touching the surface and passing through the touching the surface and coming out in another surface. Are you getting my point, children? So this is the refracted ray. But when light rays travel from denser to rarer medium, refracted rays move away from the normal. That means it go far away from the normal. Are you getting my point, children? This process also called as refraction. Correct. If I increase angle of incident, that refracted ray again bends toward away from the normal. That means it moves away from the normal, and it moves and moves. So one time it touches the surface, and that means refracted angle. See, this is the refracted rays and this is the normal. At that time this refracted ray makes 90-degree angle. Are you getting my point? When light travels from denser to rarer medium, so incidence ray touching the surface and coming out in another medium, correct? It moves away from the normal. I said from denser to rarer medium, it moves again. When as soon as it is I'm increasing the angle of incidence, here refracted angle is changing its value, and in one condition it touched the surface. Are you getting my point? Again and again it is changing away, moving from far away from the normal and touch the surface. So normal and this refracted ray making one angle, that is refraction angle. Here refraction angle, you see children, 90-degree. Are you getting my point? This process is nothing but grazing emergence, we will say. Are you getting my point, children? And when refraction angle is 90-degree, that means this incident angle is called as critical angle. Getting my point? See, what is critical angle? When the light ray travels from denser medium to rarer medium, the angle of refraction is 90-degree. Are you observing, children? I underline this sentence. The angle of refraction is 90-degree. Then the angle of incident in the denser medium is called as critical angle. Clear? Just now I said light is coming from denser medium to rarer medium. When it comes from denser to rarer, refracted rays move away. That means it will not come towards the normal, it will go from the normal, and like that it will touch the surface. It will move and it will touch the surface as I increase the incident angle. Then at that time when it touches the surface with the normal, this refracted ray make 90-degree angle. In such case, this incident angle is nothing but critical angle. Am I clear, children? See, incident angle is equal to critical angle. C means critical angle. This process is called grazing emergence. Clear? Now one more condition you see, children. Again the rays are passing from denser medium to rarer medium. See, again I am increasing the incidence rate is touching the surface, and as I told you, refracted ray moves away from the normal when it moves from denser to rarer. But in this case, it is touching the surface. As soon as I increase the incident angle, it will bend in the same medium. That means it will move in the same medium, denser medium only. Like it is like a reflection only. So this process is called reflection. It will not enter in the rarer medium, it will move back into the denser medium only. This process is called as total internal reflection. Let's see what is total internal reflection. When the light ray travels from denser medium, if the angle of incident is greater than the critical angle, then the light ray does not enter into the rarer medium and reflects back into denser medium. This process is called as total internal reflection. Are you getting my point, children? See, in denser medium, light is coming, but it is not entering in the rarer medium. It touches the surface, again it moves back into the denser medium. This process is called as reflection, the total internal reflection. Am I clear, children? Are you getting my point? During this process of total internal reflection, the light ray does not absorb or transmitted or refracted from the surface of separation of denser medium. That means it will not enter into the rarer medium. The light ray always get reflected back into the denser medium. This is nothing but total internal reflection. In this case, incident angle is greater than the critical angle. In total internal reflection, incident angle is greater than critical angle. In refraction process, incident angle is less than the critical angle. Are you getting my point, children? Am I clear? Now today's your homework is write and learn the given definitions and refractive index table given in today's class. All such things you should write and learn. Clear?